Ah, finally.
All right. I guess we'll start.
How we doing?
Hi, everyone. I'm Phil Cassis, the Vice President of Meat and Seafood for Plum Market. Welcome to our Instagram Live with Niman Ranch. Today we have Michelle Sanchez. She operates the food service division of Niman Ranch for the Bay Area. And we have Shelby Moss, who is a team member on the Meat and Seafood support team for Plum Market. We are very excited to team up with Niman Ranch to get the word out about their sustainable and humane meat program. We'll give everyone a few minutes to log on before we get started. Thank you. Take it away, Shelby and Michelle.
Hey, Michelle. Good to see you.
Hey, Shelby. Nice seeing you.
How are you today?
Great. Feeling good.
Good. So I know that we, in particular, want to talk about like ribeyes and some other of the sustainable, or some of the other cuts that we had talked about last time. I have some chuck eye fillets here to showcase. I know we had talked about that, and then the boneless chuck short ribs as well, or Denver steaks. Before we get into like the grilling who's its and whatnots, do you want to talk about the Niman 4 pillars? I think that gives people a lot of insight as to why we work together.
Right. Well, Niman Ranch, I love saying this, is that Niman Ranch is the only company in the United States that is certified humane throughout all three of our proteins, beef, pork, and lamb. We take great pride in that. We've always been doing things the right way, traditional raising animals. Sustainability is high on our list because, without the land being healthy, our farmers, they're out of business basically. So we have proper crop rotations and such on each one of our farms. They also grow their own feed on the farm as well. Niman Ranch is also in a never ever program. So that means no antibiotics, no hormones in our systems whatsoever, ever, never.
Yeah.
So those are things to, lean into when you're trying to source appropriately for, your proteins for, animals that are raised humanely with deep protocols. We have a network of over 750 independently owned and operated family farmers and ranchers. And we have wonderful field agents, more field agents than we do really salespeople that actually go around and check unannounced and sometimes announced to our family farmers and ranchers to check all of our protocols so that they are adhering to and making sure so that what I'm saying to you is the fact of the matter and is the truth of the matter.
Yeah, I actually had a chance recently to read through the protocol, the Niman Ranch protocol on the beef, the lamb, and the pork, and it is so detailed. And, it really means a lot to me personally. I am super pro sustainable meat. Building my career about this. So to partner with someone that I know is trying to be doing the right thing, it's incredible. And I do just want to touch back on that never ever program, because we know this, but not a lot of people may, that you can mark beef as antibiotic free and hormone free if it hasn't been within 30 days, 90 days of harvest, something to that effect. But you guys are really, really staying to the never ever.
Absolutely. Shelby, what a lot of folks don't know, and a lot of chefs don't know actually, is that there's a withdrawal program. So a withdrawal program, and this is all legal through the loopholes of our government, unfortunately, is that the animal does get treated with hormones and antibiotics into their system, and then they wait till it flushes clean out of their system. They go to retest them, and they test clean, and then they say, okay, great, now you can qualify for an all-natural program, which is completely deceiving, really.
Yeah, it's just underhanded, and I don't think anybody wants any part of that. So, super glad to be partnering with you on this. Let's talk grilling. I know that the ribeye is like my favorite cut of the prime steaks. You know, those big steakhouse steaks that we think about. And I just want to talk a little bit about choosing it. I know not everybody likes their steak cooked differently. I'm a mid-rare, rare person usually, but you know, no fault if you like your steak well done. Um, I have a couple of examples here. I have, oh, it looks like I grabbed two loin-on steaks, but you know, your loin-on steak, you've got your two major muscles, your spinalis and that. And then this one was not quite as high towards the chuck as I would have liked, but you start to see that third muscle division start to happen. And I just want people to know that if you're picking your steak, look for those signs. If you like your steak more well done, this may be better for you. And that's where having a good relationship with your butcher comes into play, because we can talk you through that.
Absolutely. You know, connecting with your butcher is really important, because your butcher that you trust can tell you all about how to cook specific kinds of cuts, you know, how to maximize that cut as well, how to get the best value out of it, how to stretch it out, you know, what's the best eating ability of it all and such. So yeah, trusting your butcher is excellent.
And also, like, we're really fortunate being in a grocery store format that while we're trying to maintain that butcher to consumer relationship and keep that in kind of the old world style where we're able to direct you, we also have things on our shelves right here like this steak rub or the Rub of Love steak rubs, which we could be like, hey, go try this out. It's, you know, really nice. It's earthy, it's smoky, it's Southwestern, you know, we endorse this product and it's right there for you. Which I personally am like a salt only on my beef. I like that just to really taste it. But
yeah,
know,
me too.
Jazz it up, you have your average like pantry staples. I have here some of our just like classic spices: onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, chili powder.
Wow, nice.
All these are things that people have on hand. A little brown sugar for sweetness that you can make a simple rub out of for a special occasion, or if you want to throw it in the smoker. You know.
Yeah, there's several ways. Yeah, Shelby, there are several ways that you can cook that ribeye. You know, you know, you can. Hey, you know, for me personally, I love a dry aged ribeye. Like 60 days, I'm serious. So 60 days dry aged. And then I like to sear it in a cast iron skillet and get that nice hard crust to it, you know? So you're actually, when you break it into your knife, you're like sawing up just a little bit so it cracks a little bit, and just a fantastic flavor.
Oh, 100%. And that's actually another thing that I wanted to talk about. A lot of people think like bone-in ribeye, you have to grill it. Well, the principle's the same if you want to do it in a pan. High heat, get that good sear or those good char marks, a couple minutes each side, and then finish it a little bit lower. It doesn't have to be on the grill. It doesn't have to be inside. You can still have a great steak experience, no matter what your means to get there.
Absolutely. And, you know, a little tidbit, just a little professional tip for all you folks out there. Whenever you are grilling beef, or most products really, you want to bring it up to room temperature. And the reason why you want to bring it up to room temperature is because then it cooks a lot more evenly and swifter that way. Even temperature, it's at room temperature. When you got it cold, it has to come up on the flame. So it really doesn't translate as well unless you you know, have your meat at room temperature, and then put your spices and rubs all over that and let it hang out for a little bit. Let it get into that meat there. Me personally, I love just getting a big bulb of garlic, and I'll just rub that garlic right on that meat. And if it's got it on the bone, I'll just really seriously just rub it hard on the bone and a little bit of salt, and I'm good to go.
That sounds delicious. I did see a question roll through that was asking if Niman Ranch is organic or non-GMO. I know we're non-GMO. We don't personally carry anything organic. Is that something that you guys have and we could look and bring it in-house?
Well, listen, I mean, for organic, so we have many farms that are organic in our system in Niman Ranch. but not 100% of our farms are, organic. So with Niman, and I love this about them, as opposed to other producers, is that if it's not 100%, we won't make that claim.
Which just really speaks to the character of the company. So, again, even though you aren't all organic, we're doing the right thing. We're saying exactly what we're doing. And non-GMO.
And remember, all of our, the farms, the ranchers, they grow their own feed on their property, on the farm.
Yeah, which is huge and really means that they're going to be controlling those to the standards that they know that Niman wants, But on the note of, kind of sustainability and like good practices, let's talk a little bit about whole animal stuff, about some of those different cuts that we had chatted about before. I know that I had brought out these chuck fillets. I really wanted to showcase those. They're like the cousin to a ribeye. Or a brother, more like, because they're very, very close on the animal. It's a beautiful, intensely flavored, cost-effective steak that I don't think everybody knows about. So I want to just plug how good that is. I'm sure you can vouch for it if you have any.
Oh, definite. Okay, so listen, if you are wanting a great value, all right, and you love a ribeye, but let's say you don't have enough cash on that day for that awesome ribeye. Hey, if you see a chuck eye steak, man, grab it. Because honestly, that is the beginning part of the ribeye on the animal. So it is located, the chuck eye or the chuck, and particularly the chuck eye, where you get the chuck eye steaks from, is at the very start, the beginning of the ribeye muscles. So you have about a good 3-4 steaks of chuck eye that's on the chuck, but then from the chuck it goes right into the ribeye on the animal. So really, those steaks, they're not ribeyes technically, but honestly, they kind of are.
Yeah, I'm glad that we got to plug that. We are running out of time though, so we're going to have to get out of here. I do want to showcase this beautiful ribeye that our kitchen cooked off for. Woo! Almost lost it.
That looks beautiful.
To show what you guys could really experience if you decided to swing over to Plum Market, we do have a wonderful sale for Father's Day. $19.99 a pound on the Niman Ranch bone-in ribeye. So hopefully we'll see some of these guys that were in the chat soon. Lovely talking with you, Michelle. Hopefully we'll be able
Thanks,
to do
Shelby.
this soon.
Appreciate you and all that Plum is. We are grateful for your guys' support. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michelle. Have a great one.
You too.